Primal, the killing ground. Open up on the field. Spear and Fang, chased by 1,000 Raptors. Stab! Lets it go, it falls down. Another one goes for it. Stab! He throws it off. More chase. Slash! Bite! Throws it into the other two. Gets on top. Hisses. Throws it off. Stab! Throw off. Stab! Grabs him by the neck. Roars, and then 1,000 Raptors roar. Slaps it with its tail, spins around, slaps another one. More of them go on. Slash! Hit. He slices it, bites its neck and slices it. Jumps on his chest. Hits it. Slices her. They all converge and then Fang jumps just out of the way. They're running and running and running. And all of a sudden they realize they're getting into the super tall grass. He gets an idea and he goes down. And as they surround him, they disappear into the tall grass. The Raptors kind of stop, look around, and then they kind of follow and spread out. Nothing. A little relief. They come out of everywhere. Woo! Bites another one, slashes another one. They all come out of the woodwork. They run. They come out of the tall grass. Stop. Skid to stop. He roars. They all come out from behind. They're surrounded. Sun's really setting, long shadows. They're hissing in glee. Sun setting, getting closer and closer. The sun setting, the longer even shadows. They're prepared for the worst now. They're slowly approaching as we see the sun then completely dip into night. All of a sudden they start to freak out, look up in the sky and start to back away. Totally freaking out and running away. Spear watches them all go as he looks up to see what the hell they're afraid of, and they're all gone. Pen back. It's quiet. And then scurry away. Cut to later at night. Very still, eerie night. Keep watching at the sky, getting ready for anything that the Raptors were afraid of, but nothing. Bright, super bright moon. But then the mist covers the moon. And then all of a sudden the mist starts to break. it's a rock painted with scary totem type thing. Fang doesn't like it. She continues on. He's weary, knows something's up, and follows as we pan back to the ominous stone. We start to enter these flat rock areas, and we see the totems are surrounding the whole place. Eyes watching. Not there. Something's moving. Stops moving. Eyes pop out from the rock. They hear something. And they hear distant footsteps. And finally they see. And it's this ancient monkey-looking caveman carrying a boar, and he keeps looking up in the sky. He looks up in the sky. Still, everybody's looking at the sky. He's trying to come to the totems. Panicked, running. Hits a rock. We hear something break. He falls. Looks down, and his total leg is broken completely the other way. And he looks back, and he sees, like, he's yelling at that place, but there's nobody. And all of a sudden, people start coming on. And they're more primitive than even Spirit. And he looks at this guy. They're cheering. And then all of a sudden, this one tougher, older one comes out. Pounds on his chest. And he's coming. They look up at the sky. There might have been a faint sound, but there's still nothing. And he grabs it, and then a black sheep just swoops him up. They start throwing rocks like crazy. He freaks out. He starts to drag the boar. They're going crazy. Spirit can't take it. He runs out right into the daylight, into the nighttime, into the open. The guy sees him and doesn't recognize him. Starts freaking out. But Spirit doesn't stop. He grabs him and the boar. He's going to make it to safety. The guy screams, and we hear a screech from off screen. He ducks right away as the mysterious black shape just misses him. Twirls, jumps, slides and puts them down and safely inside the shelter. He looks back, just missed him. Looks back, and all of a sudden, the guy's gone, the boar's gone, everybody's gone. Something lands behind him. This man-bat thing screeches and hits him. Spear falls down. It approaches him. Spear stands up. But here comes Fang. Just bites the shit out of him. He smiles and snaps its neck right off. It falls and blood calls him around the rock as they're looking at it. We hear the horrible screeches of the man-bats. He runs, he grabs the spear, and then here comes another one. Hisses at him. Goes to bite him, he jumps up into the air. Antics comes down, spears it right through the head. Another one pulls it up, right through the mouth, pulls it out. Another one grabs him this time, into the air, and he through the skull. Out. The guy drops him. He lands. Another one. They're relentless. Another one grabs him through the jaw this time, and he lands and he starts to run. More come. Swings this way. Swings that way. And then he sees that the Fang's getting attacked too. Tries to grab him. She swings around, bites this one, swings around, throws him off. Another one comes and grabs her neck. They're lifting her up. Holy shit. He looks and then he goes, and then she runs, leaps onto a big rock, jumps up into the air, antics, and then spears one of the lead ones right off. Those other one two can't carry her, and another bat comes in, grabs spear again, flies off. She roars, flies away. Now it's Fang's turn. She jumps off a rock, jump, falls down, spits out the head. Everything seems to be better. And all of a sudden, another bat takes her. She goes to chase, but then three more come at her. She bites one, throws them off. Hits another one with the tail. Bites another one in half. And then she's super pissed. Roars as the other one flies away and gives chase. They've been watching the whole time. Comes off, sees spear. He's never seen anything like this. We see them spear and the man bat taking him away, but he's really struggling carrying him, and we see why, because he's constantly pulling on her, on the man bat, tries to struggle back up, and then he comes up and bites its leg, and then takes off, flies towards a rock, and then black commercial. Come back. And now we see this giant single spire come out from this plain land. We see its shadow come in. Super tall. We see the little hole up top. We pan down. She runs in. Doesn't know what to do. And all of a sudden we see two bats carry some other thing in. She realizes that's where she has to go. She comes up. Scratch. Nothing's working. Rears back. Runs in quickly. Jumps. Starts scaling the mountain. Slip. Fall down. Hit. She gets up. Turns around. Goes to try again. Takes another jump at it. Starts scaling the spire. Another slip. Fall. Scale. Slip. Fall. Jump. Grab. Fall. Jump. Fall. Slip. Fall. Looking for another way. Encircling it. Nothing. Then she jumps. Now she sticks her claws in deep. She's got it. And then nothing's working. And then she sees another bat fly, two bats fly away again. She gets an idea. Lets out a horrific shriek. Drooling on it. Start taking her up. Pan off the spire as we see her. We see the two man bats taking her up. Higher and higher. Now we enter the cave of the man bat. and there's a dead elk and dead creatures all around, and they drop Fang on the pile, and she opens up and kind of peeks as we hear her watch them fly away. One of the dead ape men. Starts looking for spear. Just pile of carcasses. Sees something she doesn't like. Pan out, and there's cocoons, like spider cocoons all over the place. And she comes in, starts smelling everything. She thinks she's got something. Breaks it up, and it's this dead human. Or dead Neanderthal, whatever. Horrific stain. She realizes he's got to be one of those. She starts sniffing everywhere. Desperate. Hideous spire. We pan up as Fear kind of backs out. As the spider approaches, stops. Lets out some kind of hypnotizing hum. She starts to feel the effect over the hum. All of a sudden, spiderweb. Fang starts to fight. She's covered. Snaps her way out of it. More comes at her. She just be able to just jump out of the way. Runs at her. Gets slammed to the ground. More comes at her. She uses all her strength to jump up and miss and bites the spider leg. The spider hisses. Slams her against the wall. And then finally, Fang lets loose and blood comes out. She drops, spits it out. Now the spider grabs her tail, slams her against the wall. And all of a sudden she senses something. Just as she gets pulled out, and she brings back, smells again. And then she digs her fangs into the ground until the spider's grip is loose. She runs to what she smelled, comes in, bites it, rips it off, and there's spear. And the spider just comes back, it grabs her neck, pulls her off. Kind of it's enough of a noise to wake Spear. He sees she's getting her ass kicked. He starts to struggle, more struggling as she's getting her ass kicked back. Finally, he grabs a free hand, comes in, rips off the rest of the webbing, comes in, looks around quickly, grabs a rock, hits the leg, but the spider's way too strong. Spear flies back, hits the rock. Now he sees something sharp in the webbing. He runs to it, starts ripping off the webbing as fast as he can. Rip, as he sees Fang getting beat up some more. He's got to hurry, rip, and we see it's a giant Triceratops. Finally gets the webbing off, comes up with another rock and starts cutting. Rips the giant horn off. Now she's getting covered in more spray. She can't escape this time. And the death blow is finally coming, and now here comes Spear. Stab through the head. Blood comes out. Rips the rest of the webbing off. She breaks free. Swings her tail. Shakes off almost like a dog. And then she gets pissed off and runs up to the spider creature and just roars angrily at him. Spear comes up and it kind of gives a it's okay type of pat. She's pissed. He looks and then he sees something. And she's all fucking cut up from this fight, from the whole day, really. He feels bad for her. It's kind of sad. She realizes he's kind of having a moment, and she's kind of like, just walks away. She's still an animal. And he follows her, starting to walk away, get out of the situation. All of a sudden they hear wings. Uh-oh. The bat has entered. My man Bat has entered the cave. It's flying in. It sees it's carrying another pig or something, and it sees Spear and Fang. And then she looks behind, and there's the dead spider that's been saving all their food. Realization, screech! Starts to make a run for it. Spear jumps and grabs her legs as Fang jumps up and on top of it and bites its head off. But not before it let out the scream, and all of a sudden we hear distant cries of He runs to see what's all that noise is. They come up to the exit of the cave, and then from deep into the horizon of the flatlands, we see thousands of the man-bat creatures. Uh-oh, they gotta get the hell out. But how? They look down, super far down. He gets an idea. Runs back. She follows him. She slides to a stop, and he's running so fast. Right up to her, opens up the giant spider's mouth. Just climbs in. Fang's like, what the hell? And she's looking and comes up, and now he's got the webbing from her web shooter. And he's pulling out the long string, pulling. She's like, what the hell? Pulling. Down, and he's still pulling. And then angry screams from the distance. The call for help was sounded, alarm. They're approaching slowly but far. And then he's still pulling more rope, more spider rope. Fang approaches. She's like, what is he doing? She's not understanding 100%. Then all of a sudden he throws it on top of her. She roars. He ties her up under the legs on top, real secure. And then he runs off, and she turns around to see where he's going. Then he runs back in and pushes her right off. They fly down off. He grabs the spider web. Tries to slow themselves down as she hits, and they're rappelling down. Finally, the rope stops. Moves the spider a little bit. That jars him free. She stops just in time for him to hit her, and the spider web breaks. They fall, but it's not far enough to hurt them this time. They've landed safely. The screams are getting closer. The mad bats are getting closer. They make a run for it. He jumps on top of her. They work as a team well now. And they go scream. Trying to get as far away. He looks back as now they've arrived at the spire. Thousands of them. As we see the connection of how far they are. We come back on it. Thousands of the man-bat creatures fly back in, and we see them land. Angry shriek. They all start freaking out. This is their food safety, their refrigerator, basically. And they all scream like from being pissed off. We hear the distant screams as now we see they're coming. They're running away as fast as they can. And we come upon the same area where they fought the man-bats. And one of the little monkey men comes out and hears a noise, and he looks, and he realizes it's them. He comes, reaches for something, and we come around, and he's got spear. And he yells at him, and Spear, without even missing a beat, grabs the spear and leaves. And they take off. He picks up the scent. Like bats out of a bat cave, they fly. They darken the sky. Whoa! He hears a hideous sound of thousands of bat wings. She comes to ride. The whole thing is after them. They come to stop. She's exhausted. And they hear the sound. Screech, and flapping. He jumps on right away and they take off. As we pull all the way back. And here they come. Oh, shit. He looks, and here we go. They come down. Slash. No one's coming down like a dive bomber. He slashes and slash another cut. She tries to grab him. She lifts him up off Fang. And then he comes up, but this time he knows what to do. Stab right through the head. And he lets go, but now he's falling. Another one comes at it, and he lands right on top of it. And he antics up and spears her through the chest. And he falls down, and he jumps and lands on another one. And jumps off another one. And lands on another one. Now he's just jumping all over him and cutting in the air. Coming down, riding another one all the way up. And he jumps down. And this one attacks him, and he slices it and lands on another one. And they go through a cloud bank, and he just starts hopping. She gets an idea. Now the one comes at him, and she starts hopping. And he's running, and then finally he rides a dead one down and jumps back on top of her. And they're getting away. Oh, no, they're not. Slash. Cut. Slash. It's like 1,000 crows attacking a cat. It's going crazy. Slash. Cut. And all of a sudden he sees the grasslands. They're coming closer to them. Oh, no, he knows what's inside. He gets an idea. He points. And then she kind of realizes too. And then she uses her last strength to get going. The horde is upon them. Now it's Raptors versus Man-Bat. Jumps up. Now they takes one of the Raptors up, super high in the air, and drops her. She falls down. Blood comes out. Another one gets bitten. Another one gets bitten. Bite. Super melee. They're running. They stop to look back, and they kind of peek just above the tall grass, and they see the whole crazy fight that's happening behind them. He's kind of happy about that. And then another comes up, but this one's easy pickings, and he just kills it. And they run off. Slice. As they come off, the last screech, and dun-dun, and they survived the killing ground.